Welcome back to the channel. We are here May 24th, and this is going to be the breakdown for NBA basketball slate we got going tomorrow. 3-game slate for May 25th on Draftkings. We got some nice matchups going tomorrow. Boston Celtics against the Brooklyn Nets in Game 2. The Lakers down 0-1 to the Phoenix Suns. And then the Clippers down to the Dallas Mavericks 0-1 as well. So both of these LA teams struggled for the Game 1. We will see what they're able to do in Game 2. Let's start with the point guard position. Obviously, 7K and below, that's the rules. We're still giving you value each and every day. Dennis Schroder is going to be our first point guard. And you might see a little theme with each and every player that I choose for tomorrow's slate. It's going to be dual threats here. Two-sided players, two-way players that can play defense and score on the other side. Playoff basketball, it gets a little slower pace. A little less possessions. Every basket counts. I want people that can get me steals, rebounds, and also score on the other side. I like Dennis Schroder tomorrow going against the Phoenix Suns. He's going to be pressuring Chris Paul, who has that shoulder injury. I see some steals and maybe some turnovers to lead to some easy baskets for him. Also, he's going to be a key cog with spacing. LeBron's going to need him and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and AD to knock down some shots, obviously. So 5,600, you get Dennis Schroder, a starting point guard, who's going to get well over 30 minutes. And his price has been decreasing ever since it was in that 7K range. So I think right now this is too far of a drop. I think he comes back to that 30 DK range, points per game. That's his average. And I think that is perfect value for tomorrow's small slate. You're not going to get that many guys at this price with that many minutes to get that kind of floor. So I like Dennis Schroder tomorrow at point guard position. Shooting guard, another dual threat player we got here. Marcus Smart at 5,800, someone who was a higher price guy in that mid-tier 6K range, upwards of 6'9". And he's a very, very important player for the Boston Celtics as a defender. And he's got a ton of responsibility. I don't know. They used him, a couple times on Kyrie, on James Harden, and KD. So this is their best defender on the team. Other than Williams, we'll get to him, but he was outstanding as a young center. But Marcus Smart on the defensive side, bulldog. On the offensive side, he's going to be that guy in the corner waiting for the three ball to get to him, and he's been knocking it down on a consistent basis. So I see him being effective on that side of the ball as well. And when he's getting these type of minutes and playing a back and forth type game where he can get points on either side, I want to take full advantage of it. I think he can get to that 30 DK range as well. He had one of his better performances in the past week against Brooklyn Nets right here. 6 of 13 shooting, 17 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. I think he can either repeat that performance or do even better. And plus, they dropped his price from 59 to 5,800. Small forward, we got Dorian Finney-Smith, another two-way player. They use him very well on the defensive side. He is an agitator. Going up against PG and Kawhi Leonard. Got you 37 minutes going up against the Clippers in Game 1. Despite having 5 personal fouls, still got you 30 DK, 18 points, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds, knocking down the threes at a very high clip. He's been doing that very well the last couple games, 4-6, 3-5, and 4-5. That is going to be imperative to help you get some DK points. They dropped his price $200. And then on the defensive side, he got you a steal. He can get you a block, but I like his activity on both sides. That's why he's going to be staying on the court. That's why he's going to get these minutes. And any of these guys that are going to get this type of minutes, I want them on my team. Next is going to be, before we get to the power forward and center, we're going to talk about Rajon Rondo at 4,500. Playoff Rondo, and it's coming to fruition yet again at 4,400. Got you 27 DK. That is a positive. That's almost like a 6, almost 7x right there. I think he can do it again, 24 minutes. And that's not even like, I don't want to say limited minutes. That's not limited minutes. That's pretty high for a bench. But I think he can do that again. He's going to be well relied upon, especially if Dallas takes another lead against the Clippers. They're going to need that floor general, help him some spacing, help run the offense with Kawhi and Paul George. They might get him more involved. He made 3 or 4 from three-point land, so I mean, he's become a three-point shooter now. He's a better three-point shooter than what he used to be. So he improved in that department. 27 DK in that last game, only bumped him up $100. I like what I see out of him, and this is MO. Playoff basketball. Rajon Rondo comes and he shows up. I like him at that 4,500 price. Power forward, we're going back to the Clippers. Nicolas Batum, getting some major minutes. He helps run the offense as well. He can get you 3-4 assists. They used him to help rebound down low going up against Dallas, and he was able to score 11 points, knock down 3 threes and a 2. So that spacing is going to be key. Obviously, all attention is going to be on Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Nicolas Batum is in there in the corner, knocking down shots and playing defense. Might be bringing up the ball, once or twice. He has that capability. He is a very good passer. And someone that's a veteran like this and at 3,800 getting 30 minutes, yeah, I'm going to play him. And then last but not least, we're going to go with Robert Williams, all right? Hopefully we're hopping on this train. It doesn't really crash or derail. Hopefully it flows into the next game. Maybe rewarding him with a little more minutes because obviously they're going with the veteran Tristan Thompson. He did pretty fine with his minutes, but the athleticism going up against the Brooklyn Nets, that is well needed. He's pretty good at switching as well. Robert Williams, outstanding game against the Brooklyn Nets in game 1. 11 points, 9 rebounds, was a factor and had 9 blocks. 9 blocks and 1 steal. So I'm not saying he's going to replicate 9 blocks. No way. He could get you 1 or 2. He usually is good for 2. And he almost 10x'd. That's crazy. At 4,600, they dropped his price and he almost 10x'd. So I think that's a curve that I think that's wrong. I'll go back to the well. Obviously, the minutes are a little bit concerning. We will see, but it's worth taking a shot on DraftKings. We will see on FanDuel right now. What's his price? Let's see. 46 on DraftKings, and you're getting him at 5,800 on FanDuel. So see, that's what I'm talking about. That's a question mark. That's the question mark. For only 20 minutes, and you got to pay almost $6K for this guy. Look at other centers we got going tomorrow. Obviously, a lot of people are going to be on DeAndre Ayton. Drummond's in a solid spot. No, not really going with Tristan. Yeah, a lot of people are going to go all in on DeAndre Ayton, and I think that's going to be a mistake. So the options are very limited. Robert Williams is a viable play just because of options, but I might lean towards Andre Drummond or go even cheaper and get you a Serge Ibaka, but he might be a power forward in this for FanDuel. So I might be looking that way. Next player, Dennis Schroder, is 56 on DraftKings compared to 57, so similar pricing. That is totally fine. He is good on either site. You can lock him in. Rajon Rondo is 5K on FanDuel compared to 4,500, so $500 more. It's not going to kill you. What he provides for that offense and that leadership to help rally the troops, they're going to need him in game 2. I like Rajon Rondo at 5K. Marcus Smart at 5,300 compared to 58. So cheaper. Here's the first value of tomorrow. Marcus Smart is a very great play on FanDuel at 5,300. You're paying $500 less in a plus matchup going against the Brooklyn Nets. Great defense, and if he's knocking down those threes, it's a good play. Dorian Finney-Smith at 4,400 compared to 47, so another savings right here. Someone that is, like I said, an agitator, long and lanky, and can knock down that 3 on the offensive side. That's what I want. That's what I want in my cheaper guys. At least some type of dual threat that can do it on either side, okay? Nicolas Batum at 43 compared to 3,800. You're paying $500 more. I think we can still get there. And then we have a solid core for tomorrow. Solid core for Tuesday's 3-game slate going on in the NBA. And we will see who's going to be my lock. We'll see on the thumbnail. We'll see. I haven't totally decided yet. I'm going to figure it out right about now. But I think we got a great core going for tomorrow, so you can help pay up in other spots. Just to look at it on DraftKings with all that we got put in, you still got 21,000. You can pay up for anyone you want. Let me go to all. Yeah, you pay for anyone you want. You can get Harden and Doncic and finish a lineup, and that could be your lineup. But obviously, look at stacks are going to be very contrary. You should do that as well. Stack, a high octane offense, get all of that, and you can bring it back with a couple guys from the other side. You don't have to go with, the core that I have. This is just for if you might need someone at the point guard position. Yeah, throw him in there if he fits in. Just make your lineup has to make sense. It just can't just throw guys in and it's like, oh yeah, I won. I mean, once in a while that might happen, but it has to make sense, guys. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessengerSD, and I'll be back with another video tomorrow. Peace out.